once again, Alta Murrieta families. Thank you so much for tuning in to this, the December 2016 edition of ColeyCast, my monthly video message to the Alta Murrieta community. So let's get right to it. As I typically do, I want to start off by going over a couple coming events in the month of December. First thing I want to let everyone know about is Wednesday, December 7th, is our PTA Family Fun Night. From 6 to 7:30 p.m., we're going to be meeting in the new NPR, and the theme this month, because of the holidays, it's going to be an ornament and cookie decorating party. So once again, make plans to join us, new NPR, on Wednesday, December 7th, from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Bring the kids, bring the family. We're going to decorate cookies. We're going to make ornaments for the holidays, so we hope to see you there. And we do have our winter break coming up toward the end of December. And that last week before winter break, Monday, December 12th, Mondays are typically early out days. On Monday, December 12th, that will not be an early release day. Students in the upper grades and in first through fifth grade plus PM kindergarten, you'll be getting out at the normal time of 3 o'clock. So once again, Monday, December 12th is not going to be an early release day, but Friday, December 16th will be an early release day. Students will be released at 2 o'clock that day. So because of the Friday early release day, Monday the 12th will not be an early release day. I'll be sending home reminders, a phone call and emails and things like that as we get closer, but I wanted you to mark your calendars now. And speaking of winter break is going to be Monday, December 19th through January 9th. 3 weeks of winter break. The students will return on Tuesday, January 10th. That Monday, January 9th, is a professional development day for staff. We'll be coming to work, but the kids will have one more day off. So spring break again, December 19th through January 9th. Students return on January 10th. That's a Tuesday. Okay? Couple other things that I want to address. First of all is, it's almost become a monthly topic, is our parking situation. But I just want to very briefly say that the news continues to be good on our parking lot front. As I have mentioned last month, I've contacted the district and things are looking promising that we may get a new parking lot installed in the corner of our field to provide us with additional parking. I have met with the district and they had done some preliminary planning and cost analysis to see if it could be done, and I've met with them recently again, and it continues to look promising. Architects are working on actually developing blueprints to make this a reality. So barring an unforeseen cost out of this world, something that we don't foresee, it looks like this will become a reality. We do not have a timeline yet. But things are looking good that we'll probably be able to add at least 60 additional parking places, which will definitely help alleviate the stress and the overcrowding parking situation that we have. So stay tuned. As I get more information, I will relay that to you. And before I talk about the last thing, I wanted to do something fun with this episode. I used to do a similar type of broadcast when I was a classroom teacher. But I want to insert the secret phrase now because I want to reward those of you who are watching this ColeyCast. So the secret phrase for this December 2016 ColeyCast is Buddy the Elf from the movie Elf. Buddy the Elf. The first, moms and dads, if you're watching this video, have your son or your daughter, your students, come to me, see me in the front of the school or come to the office or let me know and say, Mr. Coley, the secret phrase is Buddy the Elf. The first 5 students to come and tell me that are going to get a little special treat. They're not going to get a brand new car or anything like that, but we'll give them a little special treat. And it's just my little way of saying thank you for taking the time to watch this video, to stay up to date on what's happening in Alta. And we do want to make sure that we kind of keep it on the down low. We don't want people telling their friends. So if this is for the people who are actually watching the video like you're doing right now. So once again, Buddy the Elf is the secret phrase. First 5 people to come and let me know that will get a little special treat. So last thing I wanted to talk about in this broadcast is attendance. We have talked about that before, and we've done a lot of focusing on getting to school on time all the time, making sure that we're not late, adhering to those start times. But the thing that I wanted to talk about just real quickly today is also the leaving early. And I really just want to kind of just have a little honest conversation to let everyone know the importance of staying for the full day. Now, I completely understand there are going to be doctor's appointments, orthodontist appointments, things like that. There are going to be times, legitimate times, where a student is going to need to be checked out early. I have 2 kids, both of them have had braces, and it seemed like the only appointments we could ever get were 2 o'clock appointments. So my wife or I, we had to take them out of school a little bit early on those days. So I understand there are going to be times where it's unavoidable. We get that. Don't want anyone to feel guilty about that. But I want to let everybody know that taking kids out of school to beat the traffic, to get a little jump on the weekend, things like that, I want to discourage that as much as we can. Again, there are times when it's unavoidable, but pulling them out early to beat the traffic, a couple things. Number one, they're missing instruction, and we don't want them to miss instruction. I was talking with Mrs. Caldwell about this, and she made a great analogy that it's kind of like you don't want to show up to a movie late and you don't leave a movie early. Because if you did that, you would miss something. You might miss the best part of the movie, the climax of the movie. So we want to make sure the same type of thing at school. We don't want them to miss something. And when they leave early, they are going to miss something. And so they're missing instruction. But number 2, it really causes a big disruption in the class. I was actually visiting classrooms the week before Thanksgiving break, and this happened. I was just popping in a classroom, and a student was being called out early. And the teacher had to stop the teaching, make sure that, kind of went over, spoke with the student, making sure that the student had everything that she needed to leave that day. And meanwhile, the rest of the class, the instruction had stopped. And it was a disruption to the learning environment. Once again, I'm not wanting to make anyone feel guilty when you have those doctor's appointments or things like that. That's not what we're talking about. But I just want to be honest with everybody and be very transparent that this is happening many times every single day. Our front office staff says that it happens between 5 and 10 times every single day. The day before Veterans Day, 20 students were checked out early. And before our Thanksgiving break, it was closer to 30 students who were checked out early. And many of those people, they did not necessarily have a doctor's appointment. And some people tell us, oh, we're just trying to get a jump on the traffic. And I know the traffic is terrible. That's why we're working on a new parking lot and trying to make things a little easier for you. But I just wanted to just remind everyone that not only do we want our students to get here on time all the time, but really as much as possible, we want to make sure that they're staying for the entire instructional day, because our teachers, we don't have a lot of time, and they maximize the time that they have, and they go bell to bell from beginning to end. And kind of going back to that movie analogy, you wouldn't arrive to a movie late and you wouldn't leave a movie early. So we want to kind of keep that mindset the same for school, because what they're learning is important. So if you have any questions, again, not wanting to make anyone feel guilty, I can't say that enough for those doctor's appointments, but we want to make sure that when they do need to be checked out early, that it's for a good reason for them to miss that instruction. And again, so that it's not causing a disruption for the other kiddos in class. So Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it. If you ever have any questions or you want to swing by to chat, please feel free. I love to talk with you guys and just appreciate everything that you do to support me, our teachers, our staff, and our students at the school. If I do not see you before winter break, have a wonderful time off with your families. Enjoy the holidays, and we will see you in January.